But what he was trying to say was not that, okay, just get started. What he's saying is that one step at a time, see how it's going, use the energy. If you're still in present time, present future, you're moving into it and you're feeling like you're getting more and more alert and aware, then you go the next step and the next step and the next step. There's no aha in terms of running this wonderful, ever-developing mechanism, machine, the body, which is really divine in what its abilities are once you connect in the energy for success techniques. But there's no doing that by remembering what you did when you were in the 5th grade. It doesn't work. It doesn't work to remember what your 2nd grade teacher did when she didn't think that you did X, Y, and Z, or when you were worse, when people had experiences where they were made wrong for something they didn't even do, and they still are upset about that experience. In other words, your past is sort of has a lot of stuff in it that's not really that useful. What's really useful is that you're brilliant, you're able, instant, and in the moment. So you want to live in the moment. And how to live in the moment is to recognize you have 2 jobs. You have actually a couple more jobs, but 2 main jobs. You are always going to be the observer about what's going on. So you need to be in the observing ability, which is what Energy for Success practices allow you to do. If you're not willing to be an observer and be up on your game, you don't belong in the Olympics because somebody's going to pass you. And if you don't think you're in the Olympics being in life, then watch all the people passing you. Grumble, grumble. So the point is, you don't get out of that. As a human being, you have to be an observer, and then you're the person who gets to choose what you want to do. So you observe what's good. That's a win-win for you and other people and the world. And then you choose what's the correct thing. And then you get to experience whether it was good or bad. And then you have to learn the lesson if it didn't work. That's why you don't take too big of jumps. And that's why the energy helps you so that you take just the right jump, so that you keep evaluating what's the right thing to do as you measure things like in anything you do, so that you continuously make forward progress. That old statement, people laugh, like the Lao Tzu said, the journey, and other people who quoted him later, so the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. But what he was trying to say was not that, okay, just get started. What he's saying is that one step at a time, see how it's going, use the energy. If you're still in present time, present future, you're moving into it and you're feeling like you're getting more and more alert and aware to what's happening. And you're starting to get that spice, which is another one of the great 8 that we have for you, which is you're getting into zone and flow, and you're starting to feel that you really you're on to something here. Then you go the next step and the next step and the next step. But if you get up to bat and all of a sudden, that 3 strikes come past you never even saw the ball, you have to go practice. Or if you go into golf and your club keeps hitting the ground, then you go, okay, I just have to learn the new technique. You don't just keep banging the club into the ground. You find someone. I've taught golf and taught a lot of sports. And the reason I like golf is because it's very, very zen. It's very ethereal, that you can take this little tiny ball and you can place it 270 yards next to a spot that you want it to go to. I think it's almost like flying. It's like magic. I like flying too. I like skydiving, but I'm saying that this is like really you operating. It's like in surgery almost. You're taking a move, and I was been a surgeon for 35 years, taking a move every time, and it's going to help the patient. And then you go to the next move, the next move, the next move. That's how I had, no deaths, no malpractice, nothing, all issues, because I was very, very careful to wanting to make each move successful. But it doesn't matter if you're nervous Nelly, that won't work. You have to be stronger and more alert each moment about, okay, what's the condition now? Can we still go forward? Is there any vessels here that I got to clamp off? Is there any structures that are not normal? Is the blood pressure okay? Is the vital signs okay? All those things is just part of you have this capacity to take in all this information, and everybody's trying to tell you that you have no ability to take in any information. People are trying to shut you down, whereas you need to learn to get all these energy practices so you can open yourself up, so that you can feel like you're got sensors that are everywhere. And then if somebody asks you to do something, or you want to do something, you've always got the time and the energy to do it. Like Ben Franklin said, if I want to get something done, I'm going to ask somebody who's busy. They go, why don't you have somebody who has free time? Because they'll never get it done, because they don't know how to pull the energy in to make it happen. That was back from the guy who gave us our freedom and, Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that you have a birthright, for life, liberty, freedom, and full self-expression, a bunch of other great things. So we stand on that, and the French copied our Declaration, Constitution, a lot of things, and so did other countries. And it's smart because it was all, energy based, source energy based. And I think that each person, no matter what your age, can instantly, even this minute, with this conversation we're having now, right now, go turn their life around in one area, whether it's your desk, whether it's your relationship, pick up the phone, whether it's something you need to get done. And it's not grit. It's like you'll have this, and in the ancient days, which is wonderful, if you're biblically related, it's like feeling grace comes over you and you go, okay, all my muscles feel, they're not tense anymore. I'm not gritting. I'm like ready to flow with the case. I'm all Tai Chi about everything. And then every instant you can operate just like that, just like that. There's nothing that's too fast for you. As a matter of fact, in life with people without the energy, I've done lots of research over the past 25 years, is that people who don't use these energy practices and don't have the benefit of getting themselves always growing in prowess every instant, they feel like life is coming at them like a gun, like a bunch of problems, like a bunch of, what am I going to do now? How am I going to do it? And then there's a to-do list in your head going, you got to do this next, got to do this next, got to do this next. And that's coming at you. So you try to keep up with the life that's ahead of you, which is totally taking you out of present time, which is totally taking you out of the fact that at every moment you can be successful. And people who do the energy practices, it changes the whole paradigm. Just like if you've ever had a great day, whether it was Halloween or it was your birthday or it was your wedding or whether it was someday, Christmas, and all of a sudden the whole day was life just sort of separated as you walk into it. Sort of like this Red Sea separation, that metaphor works, that you sort of go through life and the person at the booth says, hey, we're giving away free things today. Hey, you're carrying up your luggage and somebody says, let me pick that up for you. There's so many people and so many instances in life that are there for you, but you can't see them if you're coming in there as Crabby Appleton. If you're coming in there that, well, I've tried and tried and tried, life doesn't work. So I'm just going to hold on to life doesn't work. And what really happens is that in Energy for Success, we have people who take on not one goal a day, not 8 goals, but lots and lots of goals all the time, because the reason that most people don't want to take on goals is because they've already had failures in the past, and they keep thinking that failure is a problem. And failure is a problem because you took the wrong advice. But if you take the advice that comes from the energy, from your heart space and from your equanimity space, which happens with the practices, then you have this level of not just confidence, but a level of calmness that, okay, I'm confident enough to go this far and let's try it. And I'm confident enough to go this far and let's try it. And then you start seeing that you're having lots and lots of victories. If you try to make this mechanical, it's hard to do. If you try to make it part of how your body works, it works great. So there's forms of meditation that exist all over the planet. And all of them work for very few people. Because they're still trying to get the form to produce the physical result. And that'd be like trying to make, an ice cream soda with the sugar in it last for your whole day and the next day and the next day. It's just a small bump. It's not what you really need to stay strong. And what will allow you to stay strong is to be in the meditative space. And people don't teach that as what the real practice is how could you meditate and have that be your space all the time? And people go, what do you mean, have my eyes closed all the time? No, that's not meditation. Most people who meditate don't really, if you do report cards on that, they go, well, it was sort of okay. This time I got a 7, maybe I got a 3. I think I saw a few things. They don't know where they're going with it. The point is you need to be more effective if you're going to close your eyes. You need to be more effective if you're going to take a step in life. Otherwise, why be here? What, do you want to be a loser? No. You want to have to be a dependency? No. You want to be able to be vibrant and explore life.